to explain to my Year 9 students how to develop their logo digitally for their organic product. Make sure you are first of all on the idea development page and that you're in Essentials Classic mode. We use the type tool on the tool palette, the T tool, to click and type our main brand name. You can then use the black arrow to select it, go to character, and just here you can actually change the font size. You can also change the font size up here and the actual font. So you can change it to a different font in here. Now I want you to have a go at adding a tagline, and that could be a descriptive word saying deliciously organic, or it could be something that describes the actual product. My product is organic coffee. So type that in, then scale it down. Then I want you to place that underneath your bigger, make it a lot smaller so that there is some nice hierarchy, and place it underneath the main brand name. Then I want you to actually do that at least 4 times with 4 different typefaces. So I want you to try a sans serif typeface. You can actually mix up the typeface you've used with your tagline as long as they complement each other. So do that 4 times. Here's some that I did earlier. And do 4 quite different variations of the same logo. So you can see here I've got a sans serif typeface, a modern typeface that's quite light, with contrasting with a script tagline. I've got a script heading, and I've got a bold sans serif main brand name over here. So just arrange them nicely at the top of this idea development page. What I want you to do next is have a go at adding some graphic to these things. A really easy way to do that would be to use the paint tool. And you can actually draw with the paint tool. Another thing that you could do is to live trace something from the internet. Now normally I would get you to draw by hand and scan it in, then live trace it, but because we are working online, what I'm going to get you to do is go to Google and type in a word that is related to what you want to search up. And if you put the word vector beside your search, you often get more high resolution graphics that you can work with for your logo design. So I like some of these. See how they're quite sharp? You don't want to get anything that's blurry. Right click, copy image, go back to Illustrator and go edit, paste. Now I'm actually going to crop this. I'd actually use this one at the end because I don't want all of them. So you can use cropping to crop off any part of the image that you don't want. Then I'm going to go just up here where it says image trace. I'm going to click on the little arrow beside it and click on sketched art and then expand. This is now a graphic. If I can select and move around with the black arrow, I can scale it up and down. And the benefit of vectorizing a graphic from the internet is that I can change the color of it. I'm going to crop it. Then I'm going to image trace it to 6 colors and expand it. I'm going to add it to my logo over here. Now, sometimes when you use the live trace function for colors, you do get the actual white part of the graphic that needs to be edited. So what you can do is use the white arrow and just select the white area and click delete. Okay, now some other elements that we can, other ways that we can change these logos, we can actually select them with the black arrow, and if you use the eyedropper, I can actually eyedrop colors from other parts of the document. Another thing I can do is click on the word and I can change the color in there, or I can click on the word and I can double click over here and I can change the color just like that. We can also add lines. The way you add lines, you could use the paintbrush to add wavy lines. You can use the pen tool to click and drag, but if you do that, what you need to make sure, see how it's on fill, you need to make sure it's on stroke. And then you can change the width of the font of the line up there. Okay, so we have 4 different logos. You can also use the circle tool. A lot of modern logos are actually in circles. You can send things to the back and to the front. It's just a couple of different things that you can do to your logos, but it always pays to really look at your research and think about why you chose the logos that you chose within your research. And that's how you digitally create logos for this project.